Welcome everyone to this Marvel United playthrough where we are going to be seeing the Brotherhood of Mutants taking on Cyclops, Jean, Iceman and Storm. So it's pretty much basic setup, except we have three villains on the board, and these three villains here have this special setup. So Blob starts in the usual villain starting location, Pyro is counterclockwise, and Toad is going clockwise. So Toad's over there and Pyro is over there. Then each of them, because we're playing four characters, Toad has 4, Blob has 5, and Pyro has 4 health. So that is what? So 8, 13 health that we have to knock out. Wow. We need to keep hold of them punch cards, basically. So I don't think we'll be defeating many thugs in this one. We're probably going to go for rescuing civilians, I would have thought. That's probably the best thing to do. And even then, you have to get rid of them. So I hope we've got a lot of... heroics. Iceman seems to have a lot of punches. But on a BAM, Toad moves one hero from an adjacent location to his location, then deals 1 damage. The Blob deals 1 damage to each hero in his location, and Pyro fills the rightmost empty slot in both locations adjacent to him with a crisis token. Okay. So we're going to have crisis. Special rules. Only activate the BAM of villains listed on the master plan card. So obviously all 3 won't be going then. That's interesting. Blob can only be damaged by heroes in his location. Can't the others? I suppose if we've got Cyclops, actually, Cyclops could potentially attack people in adjacent locations, I suppose, if he's got that card. So, yeah. Heroes ending their turn in a location with 1 or more crisis tokens take 1 damage. Wow, okay. Heroes can use a heroic to remove 1 crisis. Yeah. When a hero is KO'd, the villains don't activate their BAM. Instead, draw a master plan card and add it face down. So, that's, again... Same old thing, just gotta shoot through the master plan deck. Overflow, if nothing can't be added, then draw a master plan card, add it face down. So pretty much stock standard. I'm seeing a lot of that lately. Yeah, I think if one of the issues that I do have is I think they've run out of ideas for how the villains and that one operate. They've probably used everything, so... In all honesty, this is why I can't see any reskins of this, like people want like a DC United or anything like that. Can't see it, just can't, because it's just going to be a complete and total reskin. I'd like to see a Marvel United 3, but I don't think that's going to happen either. So anyway, let's get into that. So we always start with a villain turn, and it's going to be the Blob and then Pyro. So the Blob is just going to stand still and then BAM. So that's basically deals damage to anyone in the location. There's no one there. Pyro is going to move 2. So dum he goes there. Then he BAMs. And he places a crisis on adjacent locations. The rightmost one. So yeah, just like that. Then... It says Brotherhood in action. Each of the 3 villains adds 1 thing to their location. So let me just do that off screen. So Cyclops is up next, and he's going to use a wild card because he's got nothing else to use. So I've just used it for a heroic and placed that there. I have also filled the locations in here and here, as you see. So Jean's up next, and she's going to use Major Telekinesis, so she can move, and I think I'm going to move her to the hangar bay. Then she can use a heroic and use a punch and split it as you like in your and adjacent locations. She also has a wild. So what she's going to do is first use that there, like that. Then she has a punch, so she's going to punch here. And then she's got a wild, so she is going to rescue a civilian. So I'm struggling out the gate. I've really got nothing to do except punch cards, so I don't want to use them yet. I want to try and hold off on those. So for Iceman, I'm just going to go for the wild, and he could move, but I think I'm going to clear that first. Then, yeah, I might move to the left. So just go there. So it's villain turn, and Toad and Blob are going to move. So we'll do Blob first because he's the easiest. He's just going to move there, and he's going to bam, but no one's in his location. Then Toad is going to move 2, so he's going to there. So he needs to move a hero. I'm going to choose Storm. And I'm going to let Storm take the damage as well. So she's down to 2 health. I then got to place Thug, Thug, and Thug. So Storm is stuck with move cards, all this double wild, and so I'm going to play the double wild card. And basically all I'm going to do is clear that threat right there. The end of turn, you may gain any token. So I think I'm going to gain a heroic token. Yeah, I will. So Scott's up next, Cyclops, and he's playing the leadership. I have given the wild token to Jean for use next turn. And since he has 2 wilds and a heroic, I'm just going to clear the Institute for Higher Learning up there. So using the wild to punch and the other one as a heroic and then another heroic. So yeah, we'll try and clear that out. So lastly, Jean's up and she's going to play a move and heroic along with Scott's heroic, and she's got this wild here as well. So what she's going to do, move to there, play the 2 heroics, and then using the wild, she's going to play it as an heroic to clear that crisis. And so that means she doesn't take any damage. So here we go with another enemy turn, and Toad is going to move 2 and bam. So we'll just move him. So he goes there, he then pulls in Jean and then does a damage to Jean. So Jean's got 2 health left. The Blob then moves 1. And he bams, so he's just going to damage Iceman. So Iceman has got 2 health left as well. And then lastly, it's smart for a Toad. Each hero in Toad's location must discard 1 action token. We haven't got none, we just used that one with Jean. So that's that. So Iceman, the only thing he's got is this double punch that he can use because he can't move because of the Blob being there. It would cost a double move. So what he's going to do is he is placing a heroic on there, then he's going to double punch, which I don't really want to do, but anyway, just to get rid of the thugs. So again, card-wise, Storm can't do a lot. So she's going to punch in any location, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is this one right here. So we've now got rid of 6 thugs. She can then use Iceman's punch. I mean, he has a double punch, but she can just use 1 punch. So now there's just 2 left to defeat. And then she's going to move. And she's going to use this to clear that threat. With the end of turn being, you can move to any other location. No, I think I'm good here. So Scott's up last, Cyclops, and so he's just going to move to there. He's going to place 1 heroic on there, and then he's going to save a civilian. So yeah, that should set us up because we've only got one threat left to clear and we need to defeat 2 thugs. So Jean's up next. So hopefully, you know, if we can get Jean and then Iceman going, boom, 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 get something there. Let's see what villain card we draw. So it's Toad and Pyro to move. So Toad's up first. He's going to move 1 and bam. So he's going to get there. He then draws someone in from an opposite location. Cyclops is still on 3 health, so we'll move him in. Right there. Then we'll bop him. So that's Toad then done. And then Pyro. He moves 3. And he will then add Crisis to the adjacents, won't he? Then each of the villains adds a thug to there where they're standing. So Jeannie's up, and Jeannie's going to play an heroic with Cyclops's 2, and all she's going to do is clear this threat right here. So another hero in this or an adjacent location may draw 1 card. So yeah, we're going to get Storm to draw it, I think. Or do we get Cyclops? Depends who's going soon, doesn't it? I'd rather have it on someone who's going soon, so we'll get Storm to do it. Storm will draw a card. And so that's it. So all 4 threats are cleared, so it means that the villains are going to act after Iceman here. So he's going to play a move and a punch. He is going to clear that threat first with Jeans. So that's now 5 threats cleared. He's then going to move. Punch that thug there, so there's 1 thug left before we can start dealing damage to the villains. But it does mean that he is going to be able to draw cards until he's got 3 in his hand. So for the villains, Toad is going to move 3 and then bam. So he goes there. I can then move either Storm or Iceman. I think I'm going to move Storm. So we'll just place her there like that and she takes damage. That's fine. She's back down to 2. That's okay. Thingy is... the Blob is going to stay there and do nothing. There's no one in his location. Spreading Terror. Add 1 civilian in every location with no villain. So 1, 2, 3. Overflow there. So we draw the top one face down. And I'll place these 2. So Storm is up. And this is perfect right now. So move, move and punch. So that is all thugs defeated. And then she gets to punch in any location. And I'm thinking Pyro. Because those sodding crisis tokens. So yeah, punch on Pyro, knocking him down to 2 health. And then it's Cyclops' turn and he's going to play a double punch card. So he's going to move. He's going to hit the Blob for 2. Which means he's got 3 health left, and then he's going to deal 1 damage to a thug or henchman in a location. So we clear that up, but there is a crisis token there, so he does take damage. So we move Toad and Pyro. Toad is going to move 2 and bam. So he's going there, and then it's just up to either Jean or Storm to take damage. I am going to have Storm take it. So Storm and Cyclops have got 1 health left right now, which isn't great. But that's it for his, isn't it? Then Pyro's going to move 2. And he's going to start placing some crisis tokens. So the locations are now filling up, and then add 1 to every location with no villains. So there, so obviously face down. We're getting through this deck right now. There and there. So Jean is up, and Jean has got a move and punch along with Cyclops' 2. So I've got 3 damage to deal, and I'm thinking we do 1 to Toad, knocking him down to 3 health. We then move and bop. We just knock out Pyro, taking him out of the game. Then it's Iceman's turn, and Iceman has his double wild right here, so it's obvious what we're going to do. He's going to move, and then just belt the Blob. 3 health, that is everything that he needed, so the Blob is knocked out also. So we have got ourselves a Blob and Pyro card. Now, because they're knocked out, do they still activate? Do they still move? Because that was the deal with Scarlet Witch and the other one, wasn't it? I'm just going to look at the rules for that. So it doesn't say. So, I don't know. I think they're knocked out. I think they're just literally unconscious and they're off the board now. So, this doesn't matter, nothing happens. That's how I'm going to play it, because I can't see nothing about it otherwise. Please correct me if there's an FAQ or something that says so. But we do have Spreading Terror, and so the only active villain is here. So we're going to get Overflow. No, 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 no. So we're going to get Overflow once. So that goes face down. And I'll just place the rest. So we have got lucky that he stayed here, basically, because then we got 2 wilds, we got the punch, he's got 3 health left. It's over. Yes, we won. So, yeah, that was actually really good. I really enjoyed that. They're quite a nice trio. They've got some nice powers, haven't they? Is every card a bam? Bam, bam, bam. Yep, it is. But I'm just wondering what happens when, like as I say, like this card that would have been next again. Yeah, it would have been wasted, really, wouldn't it? I suppose it does mean that you're knocking them out, so it does waste their turn. I'm just wondering if there's something clarified somewhere, because the last one we played with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they couldn't be officially knocked out until you knocked all 3 of them out. Well, it doesn't say, because it said on the team sheet for the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver one, so maybe they do just act independently. Yeah. The Crisis wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was a bit scared about the Crisis, I will be honest. And my plan to basically rescue civilians just didn't work out, did it? you have to change these plans on the fly sometimes. So yeah, we just pretty much standard, just battered the thugs and then cleared the threats at the same time. Always at the same time. Try to limit it. It's just the best way to play this game. But yeah, great. Enjoyed it. Always love playing this game. Hopefully I'll get another one done soon.